In this video, I will teach you how you can identify trends on a naked chart by the help of price action concepts, and then I will introduce 5 indicators on TradingView that are perfect tools to help you in trend identification. This is the most important subject you will ever need, so make sure you watch this video until the end and let's get started. Before we start, if you like my contents, please support the channel by liking the video and subscribing to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Alright, let's begin with a question. What is trend? In financial markets, trend is the overall direction of the market regardless of the short-term fluctuations. For example, on this part of the chart, the price increased from this point to this point, although there were times that the price was decreasing, but the overall direction of the price was up, and we say that the price was in an uptrend. Or here in this part of the chart, from this point, the price was declining to this point. The overall direction of the market in this period was down, although there were times that the price was increasing. We say that the market was in a downtrend. There is also another phase in the market where the overall direction of the market is not up or down but horizontal. This is called sideways trend, or it is also said that the price is in a trading range. So at any given time, the price is in one of the 3 phases: uptrend, downtrend, and sideways trend. And it's really important to correctly identify if the price is trending or not trending. And if it is trending up or it is trending down. This plays a key role in your success, because regardless of the trading strategy that you are using, whether it's a trend following strategy, reversal strategy, momentum strategy, breakout strategy, you always need to know about the current trend of the market and any potential changes that are happening to the trend. So you need to completely understand the structure of the trends, and when the structure is changing, the most effective way is price action analysis. And it is very easy. When the price is making higher highs and higher lows, this is the structure of an uptrend. This shows that the demand is increasing at a pace and buyers don't wait for the price to reach the previous low, and they are willing to pay at higher prices, and they just push the price to higher levels than the previous high. As long as the price makes higher highs and higher lows, and we have this structure on the chart, we say that the price is in an uptrend. When the price doesn't make higher high, and for example like this case, it just stops at the previous high, it shows that the uptrend is weakening and there is a possibility for a reversal, because making higher high is one of the conditions for uptrend, and now the price couldn't pass the previous high. This shows that buyers are losing strength to push the price to higher levels, and the price stopped here, creating a resistance level at this price range. In the structure of an uptrend, the last higher low is an important level for the structure of the uptrend, and if this level gets broken and the price goes below this level, it shows that the structure of the uptrend is completely violated and there is high probability to have a reversal to a downtrend. Here you can see that this candle is closed below the last higher low, and this is where we can say that the structure of the uptrend is broken and probably the price is turning to a downtrend. And on the other hand, when the price makes lower highs and lower lows, this is the structure of a downtrend. As long as the price makes lower highs and lower lows, we say that the market is trending down. But when the price stops making a lower low, that is a signal that the downtrend is weakening and there is a probability to have a reversal to an uptrend. For example, here you can see that the price couldn't pass the previous low, so one of the conditions of the downtrend is violated here. But the important level is here, is the last lower high, and if this level is broken and the price goes above this level, it shows that the structure of the downtrend is completely violated and it is very probable to have a reversal to an uptrend. For example, here following the downtrend, you can see that this candle is closed above the previous lower high, and this tells us that the structure of the downtrend is completely broken and high probability to have starting of an uptrend. Now you can see that the price is making higher highs and higher lows, and this tells us that the price is in an uptrend in this period. Here you can see that the price couldn't pass the previous high, and even we had a lower high, as you can see, and this is a signal that probably the uptrend is weakening, and here you can see that the last higher low is broken. So the structure of the uptrend is completely broken here, and we have high probability to have a reversal to a downtrend. So this is how you identify uptrend or downtrend on the chart and any potential changes that are happening to the trend. If the price is not moving based on the definition of an uptrend or downtrend, we can say that the market is not trending. So in times that the price doesn't make higher highs and higher lows or lower highs and lower lows, it tells us that the market is not trending. In other words, the direction of the market is horizontal, or it could be in the form of a tightening consolidation period if we have patterns like triangles. So this is how you can easily identify trends on the chart based on price action analysis. By the way, if you're interested to completely learn price action trading, recently I published a book, The Art of Price Action Trading, which is a comprehensive guide to price action analysis. The link is in the description and you can get it later if you want to master price action trading. Alright, now let me introduce some indicators that can help you in identifying trends, trend lines, and trend channels. To add the first indicator, here we click on indicators and we search auto trend line indicator, this one, which is an editor specs indicator and written by Doji emoji. Alright, this is the indicator, and based on the fractal of the price, it shows lower highs and lower lows or higher lows and higher highs on the price chart alongside with trend lines for the current trend of the market. By default, only higher lows and lower highs are shown on the chart, so we need to go to the settings of the indicator, and here we can turn on lower lows and higher highs, so they will also be added to the chart. For example, here you can see that it is showing lower highs and lower lows, telling us that the price is in a downtrend, and here it is showing higher highs and higher lows, telling us that the price is in an uptrend. Two lines are also added for the current trend of the market, which one of them is connecting higher lows, which is actually the uptrend line here, and this line is connecting the higher highs, and this can be used for projecting the extent of the price that may advance. Alright, as you can see, this indicator, by showing lower highs and lower lows or higher highs and higher lows, it effectively helps you identify trends. Earlier, I completely explained how you can identify trends on a naked chart, and this indicator, by providing exactly the same information, it can help you to easier identify trends on the chart. Alright, now let me introduce the second indicator. Here we click on indicators and we search HH line LLZZ, this one, which is an editor specs indicator and written by Fikira, if I'm pronouncing the name correctly. Alright, this is the indicator, and as you can see, it has added some lines on the chart which are based on the movement of the price. This indicator, based on the pivot points of the price, it has added lines on the structure of the price movement as the price is moving forward. Here, for the recent movement of the price, you can see that the lines are red, and here it is explaining that they could possibly change based on new data, and this is completely normal. And when you're drawing lines based on price action concepts, you may change the lines based on the new data. This is not a buy sell signal indicator, and we are just trying to find trends of the market or any change that is happening to the trend. This indicator helps you to visually see the structure of the price movement, where, for example, the price is making higher lows, and now here the last higher low is broken, which shows that the structure of the uptrend is already broken. Exactly the same concepts that I explained earlier on a naked chart, but here we just have a visualization on the structure of the price movement. Alright, now let me introduce the third indicator. Here we click on indicators and we search adaptive trend finder, this one, which is an editor specs indicator and written by Julian H.A. Alright, as you can see, the indicator has added a trend channel for the current trend of the market, and it does it in a perfect way. As you can see, by default, it shows the current trend of the market, but if you want to know about the longer term trend of the market, you can go to the settings of the indicator, and here in the settings, we have an option here, which if we turn it on, the indicator will show the longer term trend of the market on the chart. We just need to zoom out a little bit, And here you can see that the indicator is showing the longer term trend of the market in the form of a channel on the chart. An effective way of using this indicator is having two of this indicator on your chart, one short-term view and the other long-term view. For example, here in the longer term perspective, the trend is up, and in the shorter term perspective, also the trend is up, as you can see. But you can see that the price hit the upper line of the longer term channel, and probably the price will go down. And in short term view, you can also see that for this uptrend, the price already closed below the last higher low, showing that the structure of this uptrend is already broken. So higher probability that the price is gonna decline more. All right, now I introduce another two indicators that, unlike the previous indicators, they are not directly related to price action concepts, but they are calculated from the price and they can help you to identify trends on the chart. To add the first indicator, here we click on indicators and we search pivot point super trend, this one, which is an editor specs indicator and written by Lonesome the Blue. Alright, this is the indicator, and as you can see, it's overlaid on the price chart. This is a newer version of super trend, which also considers pivot point on the price chart, so it can perform better than the original version of super trend in some situations. When the line is below the price action and green, the market is trending up, and when the line is above the price and red, the market is trending down. I don't recommend using the changing point of the line as buy-sell signals, but better to use this indicator as trend identification. When the line is green, the market is in an uptrend and you should look for long position opportunities, for example in the pullbacks. And when the line is red, the market is trending down and you should look for short position opportunities. Alright, the next indicator is MACD, this one. Moving average convergence divergence, but we need to give it a special settings so it will be suitable for trend identification, because by default settings the indicator changes on every momentum changes. For example, here in the pullbacks you can see that the indicator gives bearish signal, and this is misleading since the price is in an uptrend and they are just pullback. So we go to the settings of MACD, and here for the fast length we set it at 100, for the slow length we set it at 200, and here for signal smoothing we set it at 50, and then here in the style tab we remove MACD line and signal line because we will only use the histogram. When the histogram is above the center line and green, the price is trending up, and when the histogram is below the center line and red, the market is trending down. In times that the histogram is above the center line, when the bars are dark green, it shows that the upside momentum is increasing, so the price is advancing strongly. But when the bars are light green, it shows that the upside momentum is weakening. This weakness could be just temporary and because of a pullback, or it could be a sign that the uptrend is ending and a reversal may happen. Similarly, when the histogram is below the center line and red, in times that the bars are dark red, it shows that the downside momentum is increasing, so the price is declining strongly. But when the bars become light red, it shows that the downside momentum is weakening. As I said, this weakness could be just temporary and because of a pullback, or it could be a sign that the downtrend is ending and a reversal is happening in the market, exactly like what happened here. With this indicator, also I don't recommend using the changing point of the histogram as buy-sell signals, and it's better to focus on the histogram for trend identification and then finding trading opportunities that are in the same direction with the current trend of the market. Alright, that's it. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask and leave a comment for me. I'll answer your questions as soon as possible. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell so you get the notifications of my new videos. See you guys in next video and good luck with your trading.